Welcome,
Waka.
anime lady fans and Boruto fans. The next Naruto Next Generation for Chapter 2 review here as myself as well as LegendDVash, SamtheMangaMan, and down below we have the rarefied king of games,
No, that's
RayApollo.
Professor Kurama to you.
Oh, sorry, Professor Kurama that knows about nuclear fusion and boxing in the universe. So yes,
That's right.
Man. So for those that have not read the chapter, go ahead and read that. If you guys have not and want to be spoiled, definitely comment down below your thoughts about the chapter. What do you guys think about it? Like the video as well. It's great for you to know that we entertain you. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more manga, podcasts, and anime reactions that we do on this channel. Other than that, let's get straight to Ray. What do you think about our Professor Kurama in the beginning of the chapter?
I mean, I love this chapter. This chapter was like, this is the kind of stuff that I like. It was weird enough, but it also was like, okay, well, what are they going to actually do to come up against this alien god, quote unquote? Like, what are they going to do?
Cool.
And Kurama's like, hey, yo, no, let's do let's take the principles of nuclear fission and apply it to chakra, and make it happen that way. And I'm like, oh, didn't expect that, but okay, I'll accept that. Like, straight up, cool.
I mean,
out of all my years of reading Naruto and watching Naruto, I never thought I'll get some more science into it. Like,
I never thought that we would get here with Naruto.
I
That's
thought,
very
like,
true.
I never thought we'd get here.
I expected that with My Hero a bit because it has that quirks, evolution, stuff like that. I expected a bit with Dr. Stone because that's involved about science. But when it comes to Naruto, I just was gonna be the whole spiritual and nature aspect, chakra aspect. But I never expected we're gonna use science here and everything.
I mean,
like, okay, interesting.
I mean, it's all this technology that's already been established in this universe now.
But
I
used
fully
to.
expect Kawaki to roll over and be like, I got a gat now. And I'm like, oh.
He got a whole gun.
No, but like I said, I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I love. It's just like, all right, yeah, we're blending our worlds together. Okay, cool. It was a little out of left field that Kurama actually like knew the principles of nuclear fusion, but like a lot of people were kind of mad about it. I didn't care. I was like, oh well, okay.
I was like,
But-
what?
he's a giant demon fox. So
That's been
I'm
living
just gonna
for
let
thousands of years.
I'm like,
So
I'm just gonna let that one roll because yeah, he's a giant demon fox.
But what I love about the timeline of what me and Sam were laughing about the most is that a lot of people say like, did you have missed the Hell arc in the anime? Hello, that's what those were fillers about the Hell arc. When when Kurama was his flashback about his PhD when he got it from the Sage of Six Paths, his professor.
Yeah, see, everybody skipped that filler. Yeah, you're right. Everybody skipped that, so that's why we missed it. See,
That's why he's smarter than all the other Bujins.
Yep.
Bujins.
Yeah,
He's
so
the
don't
star of the
worry,
class.
don't worry.
He's a
Makes
star
sense.
student.
That was a filler. You have to go back and watch it. It's like filler like 6,544 or something like that. Naruto. Don't worry.
Sudakanami kind of person.
But so I will say that two really important things happened in this chapter. We got this new transformation that's actually really cool. But I guess I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that Naruto about to die here?
Well, before you say that, the mode is called Bargon mode, or is it with the G? Because I can't tell if the title of the chapter is Y or G.
I have to look at it again.
Okay,
but
so
I
while
know what you
Sam
mean.
and Ray checks that, because I'm a bit confused how to pronounce that. I don't think he's gonna die. I think with Kawaki, they're gonna find a way, because right now their time is running out. The more they fight and the more they have exchanged fists with our boy Ishiki, the god. So it could go either or in that exchange, because he technically had 48 hours is what Ishiki said, but with his current mode,
Yes, 15 minutes to 10 minutes, and then now he's running the clock right now.
Correct. So it just kept going less and less, and I'm glad the way Kurama even brought up boxing. And for those on the timeline and those people say, when was boxing established? Have you guys seen Rock Lee? Have you guys seen Osuma Sensei? Guy Sensei, thank you. Literally, taijutsu, literally a form of boxing.
I'm like, not even just that. It's that this world is so much. And I think they've established this multiple times. This world is a lot bigger than what we've seen from the Leaf Village and those other nations.
Oh yeah,
it's way bigger. Like, I think they're just like normal places inside the world that they've created where people don't have chakra, so they have to have other means of doing things. So,
so first, it's Baryon mode. I'm guessing.
I think it's
Baryon
like,
mode.
Yeah, Baryon mode. Yeah.
Okay.
And then second, like, I kind of feel like Kurama explained it pretty well, because nuclear energy is actually natural energy. Like it's nature. It's
I
literally.
mean, it's just he was just applying the principles of energy.
And it
its
works.
chakra mode.
Technically, it still works. I mean, Kurama, like you said, he's a giant fox and been in the world for a very long time.
Well, what I was saying before we started is that to me proves that the Biju are kind of semi-omnipotent, like kind of sort of like is what I would think. So I don't know.
Like, besides, maybe he wasn't just always sleeping inside Naruto's all this time. Maybe he was like studying or something.
I'm gonna say, what's he doing besides sleeping all the time? I don't know. Reading some books.
He's taking a book, right? He probably has a book there. He probably has a whole library in the bag. Like, let me see what I want to read today. Let me read some nuclear fusion.
Who knows? All I'm gonna say is don't read too much into it. This is anime, okay?
I mean, like, it would keep on going too. I mean, even the fourth Hokage had part of Kuruma's like spirit and the soul or energy too. So maybe could also learn through his side as well. So it's not too far-fetched. It's not really. It's far-fetched, but not like way over far-fetched as we would pretty much bring it out for out to be. But I think it's still pretty good. Kurama's plan, literally just tire him out instead of like winning the fight, just make him run out of energy. That was like
tire
him
out, but also take his life with it, like take his life energy for him to
outlast him. This is where I'll bring up that point where, hey Sam, they're doing basically what the Chimera arc did.
They did. I know they are. They kind of are.
They kind of
are. They kind of are. I'm not gonna lie to you. They kind of are.
Wait, if that principle of energy creates this, it also creates that.
Also, Nen. I assume it's like
no, it's not Nen.
No, I'm not gonna say anymore. But Sam gets it. So
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I was like, no way. I was like, okay, that's fine.
But what I also was interesting that Sasuke was also analyzing what's going on, and he also was like, "Oh shit, he's doing something that I can't do. Like even my Sharingan / Renegade
you're falling more behind, Sasuke.
Not just that, bro. He's turning more and more to Vegeta. Every chapter, he's becoming more and more like Vegeta, and I'm like, stop this, please, stop this, bro. Because there was a time where Vegeta said that exact same line, minus the Sharingan part, and I'm like, oh no. But I feel like my favorite part of this chapter might actually be the end of it, because they made the whole connection finally with the arm and why it was important. They had made that, like, they made the point to talk about that for so long and like put a focus on that for so long. And I'm like, why? And this makes sense. It was for him to be able to pull him into the battle and be like, haha, my scapegoat's here. And then
literally at the end of the panel, and like, oh damn, Naruto, you idiot! Like your chakra's still connected there, like, and like you let him touch you. And he was an idiot to actually realize that, like, oh, Naruto, thank you for letting me touch you.
It all makes sense now. It's like, I get it. I'm like, okay, that's why they did that. That's why they made a big deal about that. That's why it's important. But the bigger thing is, who wakes up at the end of the panel? Is it Boruto or is it Momoshiki?
Momoshiki. It's Momoshiki. His eyes. 100%. The eye alone tells you.
I mean,
Momoshiki.
I guess we're gonna find out. But it's I'm curious to see what Momoshiki does. Like, what are we about to get from Momoshiki?
It just so happened Boruto said, I'm so tired right now.
Right? Yeah. Literally the time he feels like, yo, I'm gonna knock out. And literally at the last two spreads, it literally boy Kawaki wake up, and then after that he's asleep, and the next panel, blink. It's like, okay. So
do you guys think that, and this is just a theory I have, that Momoshiki has figured out a way to upload himself into Kawaki rather than our guy?
Stay with Boruto?
Okay, so I was thinking that, but then we know in the first chapter of the series, Kawaki and Boruto both have the
karma.
Thank you. I just zoned out for that 1 second. They both have the karma, but then they each have somebody inside. But then, so what happened? Momoshiki splits himself into two, both inside him, Boruto and Kawaki.
Wouldn't it just give him the option to choose whichever clone or body to take over in itself?
Maybe, I don't know, but I'm like, I this is the conversation that I have been like waiting to happen potentially in this next chapter. Is Momoshiki finally talking to him? It's like, hey, look, it's time. So what you gonna do? Your back's against the wall. My download's almost complete. So what are you about to do? Essentially,
right? Because like one of them was supposed to be sacrificed. Like from what they said, one of them was supposed to be sacrificed.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure Momoshiki, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one dying. You're the one. I'm near perfect. I'm pretty close to perfection. You're you just have to restart all over again.
Right. Exactly. So it's like, what you gonna do essentially? And I'm really curious to see what he does.
What I hope we get is a symbolism with similarity. If we see into the world of Boruto with Momoshiki, we see Momoshiki probably chain up as well, the way our with Kurama used to be chained up back in the past when he was inside Naruto. That'd be pretty interesting. Or would Boruto and Momoshiki have a trust within each other where they just see each other eye to eye, where there's no chains or nothing, just like a chair in space.
I mean, like, we know that Boruto can't die or else Momoshiki dies with him, and that's the whole reason why Momoshiki just comes out and fight. We know that he can't die. Like he doesn't. I mean, Otsutsuki does not want him to die because he was going to use Momoshiki's new body and clone and sacrifice him for the fruit, for the 10 tails and stuff like that. So honestly,
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm at this point where now Boruto can go so many different ways, especially with Kishimoto coming back.
I was just about to bring it up.
I'm excited to see what it does, but I'm also like, yo, what's legitimately about to happen? So if anything, this makes me more excited for Boruto, to be completely honest with you, and that's a good thing. So, and another thing I mentioned on Twitter, I said I can see Boruto going weekly again.
Yes and no. So for those that have not, that have lived under a rock, that don't know what's going on, Kishimoto will be coming back after this chapter, meaning aka next month. Chapter 53 will be story written by Kishimoto. And what Ray just said about going weekly, I hope it's not weekly. I hope it's bi-weekly.
I could also see bi-weekly. Bi-weekly would be great. But I feel like there's
perfect.
I feel like after this arc, like if they're gonna do something cool, like I would be fine with weekly. To be honest, we're about to lose. I feel like we're about to lose a few more big time shonen, and so Boruto is probably primed to take the spot. To be completely honest with you,
I hope Shueisha does bi-weekly or does what they're doing with Burn the Witch, like a seasonal. I hope they do that too. Like learn what they're doing with Jump Plus. Like I can either be bi-weekly or every 3 chapters, then a break. Because I want something like that. I don't want Boruto to feel like it's running out or in a much faster pace just because it's weekly.
Right. I mean, I think it should be okay because Kishimoto has been the supervisor for Boruto since the entire series started running and stuff. He wasn't the writer, but he was the supervisor of the writer and everybody in the art and stuff like that. So we should have some hope for it. It's kind of ironic that where Samurai 8 ended around the 50s, and now you're jumping into Boruto in its 50s. So, and we spoke about this off screen that there could be a collab with Samurai 8 Hachimaru into
that's
this
a pipe dream
too.
Pipe dream, bro. I'm sure that won't happen, but
if he does that, I'd rather see Anne more than anybody because Anne was a good written character, and I want to see more of her because she had more time to shine. But it is pretty interesting because right now these parasites, these aliens are from space. So if right now Kishimoto wants to go more wild, like Ray said, just go left or right, you can technically bring some space characters and just say, "Hey, Hachimaru just came from a whole different galaxy." I don't know. We'd be like, "Okay, I guess."
I truly doubt that this will happen, but. Like I
mean, he did hint at saying he's gonna bring some characters from the Samurai 8 series into have a little bit of them hinting into Boruto series. If you guys remember back then, he did mention then. He was. I mean, now he's taking over. He could technically do it if he wanted to. If he took over,
we just have to see if it actually happens or where the story will go from here.
Yeah.
I feel like he already had these characters that was written for Samurai 8.
I'm about to say, let's
come into Boruto.
I mean, not even that. I feel like he probably had a bunch of ideas left over from Naruto that he didn't use that he can use in Boruto now.
Yeah.
So
definitely, I think everybody should. I think give the people what they want to have. Otsutsuki versus Momoshiki, because I think that's what the fans want.
That's what everybody
wants.
That's what I've been wanting for a while.
Right? We've all been waiting for this.
So I just want to know, they have to have the conversation that truly explains what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, please.
I definitely agree with that. So we're all good with thoughts here then. Thoughts, reviews, theories, discussion, everything. All right. So guys, let us know what you guys think about it in the comments section below. Join our Discord server as well. Everything's in the links down below if you guys want to chat with us. Like the video, appreciate it, and subscribe if you guys want anime content. If you're new, thank you guys very much, and press the button notification every time we upload our videos, and all the links, Twitter, Patreon, Twitch, everything's down below in all the links. Take care.
Peace.